Have you been wondering how you can boost your self confidence at work so that you can get the promotion that you've always dreamed of or that you really have wanted so that you can start tackling other goals in your life? Well, I'm going to talk about that today. In today's video, I'm sharing 10 tips with you on how to boost your self confidence in the workplace. One thing that you can do to boost your self confidence in the workplace is to identify your strengths. So, just like when you went for your job that you currently have, you have to identify strengths. What is it that you know? What is it that you know how to do? Those are things that you can probably teach somebody else, especially somebody new to the job. And I think when you are used to working in the job for so long, you kind of get used to what you already know, so you don't see it as a strength. But really, for someone new coming in, they have no experience with that. So get a sheet of paper and write down some things that are a strength for you. What is it that you know how to do? Just like you're about to apply for a new job, write down all of your strengths. What you are knowledgeable of, as well as what you can do, your actual skills. So, if you've been on the job for a while, sometimes we don't take that time to learn something new. And I think it's really important with building our confidence because we can get comfortable. And if we're starting to question somebody new coming in, somebody younger, they might have something new that they've learned that we are really unknowledgeable about. It can make us lack confidence. So, one thing that you should do is to learn a new skill. There are several courses that you might be able to attend in a community college setting or online that you can use towards your job, or even on YouTube. You can even learn some skills that you can apply to your job. So, make sure you take time to really practice your craft, and definitely if it's something that you want to do long term or transfer to something else, you will take that time to learn it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're new to the job or if you've been there for a while and it's something that you really don't know, or if you're doing a presentation or something new to you, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The more that you ask questions, the more confident that you will be in doing that specific thing. So, for example, there was a time when I was in a new position and I really wasn't very comfortable because I was new. I was new to the location. I was new to the place where I was. All of the coworkers around me were new to me. So I really was feeling very self-conscious and not as confident as I was in the previous environment that I come from. And so I really had to start asking questions to be more comfortable and comfortable around my coworkers, as well as in the environment I was in and what was expected of me. So don't be afraid to ask questions about what is expected of you, when things are due, who to go to seek assistance, or just to be that mentor and support for you while you're there. It definitely goes a long way. Sometimes it really just takes practice to build your confidence. And if you are new to a career or you're new to a job, it really just takes practice. We don't always get perfect at something the first time. So just take time to practice that skill and practice that craft, and you'll realize once you've done it, over and over again, and you've perfected it as much as you can, then you will feel much more confident in it than when you first started out. So just don't be afraid to practice, not only in the workplace, but in other environments, and you will feel much more confident when you do. Tip number 5 is to find a mentor. If it's not in your direct workplace, find a mentor that you might look up to that's online or in an organization that you're with, a social group. But just find a mentor that you can go to express your concerns Express when you are happy about something, when you're sad about something, when you have questions about something. Somebody that can show you what you need to do, what you can improve on, and really can give you some honest feedback to help you build you, and not always are just celebrating all of your successes, but that they are also seeing where you need to grow and are telling you the things that you need to work on. So find a mentor that you look up to who is a good example of where you want to be and is willing to help you in that area. So they should not only just be focusing on all of your successes, but they should also be focusing on areas where you really need to grow as well. Tip number 6 is to recognize your successes. When we're in a job for so long, sometimes we just don't recognize our own successes. And sometimes our job just overlooks us over other people. And not to say that you're not good in certain things, but it just happens. Sometimes there are awards given at organizations or workplaces and environments that they can only award to one person. So while 5 or 10 people might have been qualified for it, they could only choose one person. So make sure that you are aware of all of your successes. What has your supervisor complimented you on? What has your other coworkers complimented you on? What have you done that afterwards people have given you great compliments, or said, wow, can you show me, can you teach me, oh, I loved how you did this. Make sure that you are writing that, or just really taking the time to embrace that, because sometimes when people compliment us, we kind of put it to the side and really don't appreciate it and take it in for what it's worth. But those compliments go a long way, especially when you are lacking the confidence that you really need. Tip number 7 is to stop beating yourself up. Sometimes we just beat ourselves up and we just negative talk ourselves into or out of existence. Like, we are just so negative on ourselves, and just embrace everything that you are. What have you done? What have you accomplished? You are here compared to somebody else who's not. So just take the time to really embrace who you are and realize that you are great for being you. Your supervisor, your manager, they have you here for a reason, and they need your skills. They need that thing that you are able to do and nobody else. So make sure that you just embrace that and stop beating yourself up. Tip number 8 is to be honest with yourself. Sometimes when we lack confidence is because we need to work on some things and we're not being honest with ourselves about it. So stop making excuses and be honest with yourself. What do you need to work on? Do you need to be on time more? Do you need to participate more in group discussions? Do you need to step up a little bit and do some presentations in the workplace? What is it that you really need to do? So get some paper out and start thinking about, what do I need to step up with? What excuses am I making? And when you really are honest with yourself about what you're lacking and where your weaknesses are, those are things that you can start working on and growing, so that you can be better and be more confident. Tip number 9 is to get out of your comfort zone. It is so great to be in your comfort zone, but we have to get out of our comfort zone if we want to grow. So if you are lacking confidence in the workplace, you need to get out of your comfort zone and start asking what things you need to do. And even if you don't want to ask, start putting forth some effort to participate in presentations, to participate in some team events and activities, to step up and chair some maybe monthly activities or team member workshops, whatever it is that you need to do, start doing it. And the more that you do that, the better, the more confident you will be. So make sure that you start stepping up and getting out of your comfort zone. Tip number 10 is to foster a growth mindset and environment. So this is kind of a 2-in-1, but when you're fostering a mindset of growth, you are really kind of envisioning and projecting yourself where you want to go. But at the same time, you can't always foster a growth mindset if the environment around you is not projecting that as well. So if your desk is looking messy and cluttered and you have things all over the place, you don't know where to find things, let's start getting organized. Organize your work environment. If you need some music to help get you going, if you need to start organizing your files, do that. Whatever it is that you need to do to foster a growth mindset and to start getting busy and clear on the things that you want and the goals that you want to accomplish, do that. All right, everybody. So that is all for today. I really hope that you enjoy these 10 tips that I share with you. If you want more information, make sure that you get on the email list. I'm going to put the information in the description box. And if you want to be a part of the Mindset Collective, make sure you check that out. I'm going to also put that information in the link below. So until next time, guys, you can do this. You can do this. Live the confident life that you've always wanted to live. All right. Until next time, as always, take care and be blessed. Bye.